Hey YouTube, I'm Babblerab, and this is my very first Vanguard video, because I got into Vanguard. Hooray! And I also got into Bermuda Triangles, which are like the best clan ever. And I'm very biased in this manner. So, when I first started playing this clan, I obviously didn't use any of the prisms or the duo stuff, and I kind of just like mashed a bunch of good cards together and put them all in one deck. So, the first deck profile and the first video that will be shown on the channel is going to be of the first deck that the first playstyle, I guess, that I used, and that is my Pacifica deck. So, is there anything else I want to say? That's the real big question. It's gonna be a very fitting first video since this is the deck that got me into Bermuda Triangles. So without any further ado, let's see how badly I can muck this up. So you're starting Vanguard, Bermuda Triangle, Cadet Weddle. She soul charges herself and bounces a card. I've always found her effect to be pretty useful. And then I am rainbow building this. So the full drive quartet, 4 heals, 4 crits, 4 draw, and 4 stand. I think it's just mainly because I'm a bit lazy to change the trigger lineup, but the drive quartet has worked in worst case scenario if you do need to call them to rear guards if you have the right ones. In your rear guards, they get power plus 3k, and if you do end up having all four different names in the rear guard, they technically are all 7k attackers. Hooray! Thumbs up. Double thumbs up. So that's the trigger lineup. Grade 1s, I'm running 2 Cura. I'm running her and Rika mainly because Eternal Idol is fairly counterblast heavy with her effect. So if you draw into Rika or Cura while you have Eternal, or after you've used Eternal Idol's skill, like the main purpose of this deck is kind of just be able to reuse Eternal Idol's skill multiple times. So I teched in 2 Cura and 2 Rika because they are damage on flippers, and this one's actually a really good damage on flipper. And you soul charge a lot in this deck, so it's really easy to have her ability live. Plus she can bounce to hand without any effort due to the fact that you've got like freaking millions of bouncers. Like your main grade 3, which should be Eternal Idol. I don't know why I'm not running 4 Eternal Idols. Your main grade 3 you want to hit as frequently as possible. You know, if you can. And then 2 Felucas. When she goes to rear guard or Vanguard, she soul charges 1. Hooray! 4 8k attackers. Yay, Sedna. Caramel dancing. 3 Perla. Did I say 4? I meant 3 8k attackers and 3 Perla. Pearl, whatever. She basically combos off with Perla, so she's good in that sense. And then 3 perfect guards. Yay! Grade 2s. 4 Perla. Not Pearl. Perla. When she's in Vanguard or rear guard and she hits a Vanguard, you soul blast 1, bounce a card, and that's it. And then Pearl gives her the additional effect of soul charging 1 and drawing a card. I think I did that right. 3 Rio. When she's bounced, counterblasts 1, and then you soul charge 1 and draw a card. She's pretty good, and she allows you to maintain a fairly large hand if you can get her effect off multiple times, which you should be able to. 2 Flute, she's an 11k attacker. I think I dropped her down from 3 to add in the Rikas, because the Rikas are so much better for allowing you to have longer sustain and being like, yeah, longer sustain, and then I was just tripping over my words there. And then finally, like I said, the 2 Rikas, because when she's bounced, she soul charges 1 and counter charges 1. Which basically is unflipped damage for all those who aren't familiar with what countercharge means, which you probably should be, but anyway, irrelevant. Yeah, like I said, the Curas and the Rikas both give the Pacifica deck a much better grind game because you're able to reuse Eternal Idol, and that's a really good effect. And 4 top idols. All I can say is that, as this is kind of a fun deck, it is entertaining to attempt to go for the Mega Blast, which almost never happens, but it's pretty funny. If I was to make changes to this, I'd probably cut these 2 out and put in a 3rd copy of Planet Idol and a 4th copy of Eternal Idol, but for the main part, the only purpose of playing this deck at the moment is to do exactly what this card says, to bring happiness to your opponents and yourself. The goal of this deck is to have happiness. Win or lose, I will always know that I was happy when I played this deck, because Pacifica is freaking awesome. And happiness is great. And then 3 Eternal Idols. I do see her quite frequently, honestly. And she's basically the main attacker of the deck. She allows you to make your bigger plays. And then comboed with Planet Idol, which is the break ride, if you use her skill and bounce the 2, because one was called from deck, I believe? I'm going to verify that. Nope. Close enough. Because one was returned from deck, off of her skill, you get to call one off of her, and then you call another one off of her. So you completely replenish everything you bounce. It's actually really solid. So as I said, I would probably drop the 2 top idols to put in a 4th copy of Eternal and Planet Idol, just because if you can get that break right off, it gives you a lot of advantage. I don't play a Strad deck, or Strad deck. I don't know what it's called yet. But yeah, I don't play a Strad deck with this because I find that I don't really ever find myself wanting to dig for. I mean, I'm just gonna pull some shit out of my duos. Like Somni, freaking Amoris would be probably good candidates. I mean, if you had more than 1 copy of Olivia, that'd be good too. But other than that, yeah, I don't really touch the Strad deck with this deck, because it's just more of a casual deck. But yeah, that was my first deck profile for Vanguard, and this is my Pacifica deck. It was probably a mess, but you know, bear with me. I'm new at this, and yeah, I'm gonna talk to you guys later. Peace.